this is a great thing for Tampa, and I don't think people realize that. I mean, we have been down for a long, long time, and this is something that this city needs. It is going to invigorate this city. It is good for the city. It's great for the team.
Could Tampa Bay really be the new title town? As recently as March 9th, the Lightning at 11-2 odds to hoist Lord Stanley's Cup, second shortest in the NHL, trailing only the Bruins. As for baseball, the Rays are currently listed as 25-1 to win the World Series. That's their shortest title odds since 2014, the season following the best six-year span in franchise history. And then, of course, Tommy, if he gets in and it's official, 22-1 to land Lombardi's trophy. And if you look the conference pre-Tommy, post-Tommy, 10-1, Tampa Bay 12-5 to win the division.
I'm instantly thinking we're going to be a contender, we're going to be a playoff contender, and that's all I want to do is play winning football again and try to get a championship. So that's a step in the right direction. I always thought he was a winner. Like, I know why they dislike the Patriots, but not Tom Brady. I don't see the Tom Brady thing. I guess just because he was a part of it. But I was always a fan of winning. They doing something right up there, so I just want to win. So anything that he could bring down to help us win, that's what I want to do.
Oh, Shaq Barrett will make about $20 million playing under the tag, and then just watch Tom Brady come join his team. Not a bad couple of days, as we're joined by Buccaneers reporter Jenna Lane. Jenna, it's been less than 24 hours since your city found out that Brady was coming there. What has been the immediate impact in Tampa?
Yeah, Elle, I would give anything right now to be inside the Bucs facility. We can't because of league rules with the coronavirus, but they have a bell in their offices. It's right next to the media room, and every time they sell a new pair of season tickets, that bell goes off. And I guarantee you, if that building was packed right now, it would be going off nonstop. I talked to a number of fans yesterday. Some told me they didn't even wait for the news to break. They were online, on the phone at 12 o'clock, 12:30, just because of the sheer possibility of Tom Brady playing for their team. I spoke to others that once the news broke, they got online on Ticketmaster, and they found 5,000, 6,000, nearly 7,000 people in front of them. This is an organization that averaged last year just under 52,000 fans per game. That was near the bottom of the league. I talked to one and he said, this is the most excitement we've had as an organization since winning the Super Bowl 17 years ago.
It really has been. But my favorite part about what Shaq Barrett said was that he's like, it instantly makes us contenders, and then caged it by saying playoff contenders, because lest we remind you, the Bucs currently have the second longest active playoff drought, having missed the postseason in 12 straight years. So Tommy going from a place where they expect him to go to the Super Bowl to a place where they would just be happy for a little postseason action. Jenna Lane joining us with the Tampa Bay perspective on Tom Brady headed their way.
All right, so NFL public opinion has Bruce Arians as a quarterback guru. Perhaps his greatest example of late career renaissance was with Carson Palmer when they were together in Arizona. In 3 of Palmer's 5 years under Arians, he threw for over 4,200 yards and at least 24 touchdowns. In his final 5 seasons with Arians in the desert, after joining forces with the guru, Palmer averaged over 40 passing yards more per game, and perhaps most importantly, saw a resurrection in the win column, coming away victorious in 64% of his starts compared to just 44% prior. Good to talk to Louis Riddick, a little football this morning. And Brady now paired with Arians. We know what his history is with quarterbacks. How will Brady benefit from this relationship, Louis?
Well, he'll benefit, number one, because, look, Bruce Arians is one of those guys who commands respect. Obviously, you've already laid out the impact that he has had on veteran quarterbacks throughout the course of his career as a coach and as a coordinator, and that's something that is transferable. That's something Tom is going to benefit from. And he's not the only one down in Tampa Bay that he's going to benefit from. Look, Byron Leftwich is a guy who is down there who has played a lot of football in his own right and someone who can instantly relate to Tom from a player perspective. Tom Moore, the veteran assistant who is most famously known for working with Peyton Manning. He's down there as an offensive consultant. These are guys, that's a tremendous amount of experience, Matt. That's a tremendous amount of football brain power that Tom Brady is going to be able to tap into. And on top of that now, you know, when you move from the coaching staff onto the football field and you look at the weaponry that they have and how they'll be able to tweak and alter this offense so as to fit Tom's skill set, Look, it's the perfect place for him from the outside looking in, considering everything that they have to offer him. And really, in this environment, other than going back to New England, it's the best place for him to go outside of New England for him to really benefit and really cap off his career.
And you just get the sense, too, when these two put their football brains together and start talking a little offensive ball, it's going to be something to behold once we do get to some of the offseason workouts. When that is, we don't know. But we do know that the Buccaneers should get their quarterback this afternoon. Where does this put them among some of the top contenders in the NFC?
Well, I think for sure, starting in the South, along with, teams like Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans, it puts them right near the very top. It puts them in contention as long as the defense continues to improve under the leadership of Todd Bowles. The offense figures out on the offensive line how to make sure one of two things. Either they upgrade it and make sure they can keep Tom upright, particularly from guard to guard, and keep the pocket from being collapsed, or change their offense a little bit so Tom's average distance per throw isn't what Jameis Winston's was over the past 2 years, where he led the league, where the average distance per throw for him was around 10.4 yards. Tom, over the past 2 years, only about 7.4 yards. So they're going to have to change the offense a little bit to make sure he stays healthy. As long as he stays on the football field and they work out some of these things as far as making sure that he gets the protection he needs, Matt, look, they're going to be right there. Todd Bowles is a tremendous defensive coordinator. Kevin Ross, the brain power they have on that side of the ball, and they'll continue to fortify that side of the ball, they're going to be all right. It's just about keeping number 12, and I assume he's going to wear number 12 as long as Chris Godwin gives it to him, which I'm sure he will. They're going to be just fine, and Tampa Bay is going to be right at the tip of our tongue now as far as teams that we're going to talk about all year in 2020, strictly because of what Tom brings to them as far as credibility and how he can make everyone else that much better because of the fact that he has seen it all.
Yeah, Godwin, let me help you out. First thing you don't want to do is tell Tom Brady no. Finally, on the other end of this breakup is the Patriots. What should they do with their quarterback position?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, what they're always going to do is really defer to the people that they have. They drafted Jarrett Stidham for a reason, and that reason is because they looked at the context with which his performance, was put together down at Auburn, and they know that he wasn't really set up to succeed there, and they know they have much more to offer him than anyone in college possibly could. Namely, a guy like Josh McDaniels, who's going to make it his personal mission to get the very most out of him. They are pleased with where he is at this point in time. I'm sure they'll add a veteran, a mid-level veteran that fits into their cost structure. They're not going to blow the bank and blow up their salary cap structure in order to make amends at this position or to fortify this position. But Jarrett Stidham is the guy to watch, and I believe he'll be up to the challenge given everything that he'll have at his disposal as far as coaching is concerned.
Louis Riddick, thank you. As you would expect, New England's title odds have dipped since Tom Brady moved out of town, going from 11-2 to 8-1 to take the American Conference. Those